Hi everybody, welcome to the midweek energy check-in reading. I hope you've had a wonderful week. Now, I would just like, before we start the readings, obviously this is time-stamped. Please go and check out your zodiac sign with the blue number against it. But before we start, and hand on heart, I didn't even know this could happen. I've been receiving super thanks. I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know that you could do that. So I'd just like to say a massive thank you and a big shout out to 3 people that sent those that last week. It's for, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Law de Law. Thank you so much. That was on the Pisces reading. Rob Bowden, thank you so much. That was on the Cancer reading. And Kayvan Abassi, I do hope I haven't tortured and mispronounced your name. And that was on Scorpio's reading. So I didn't even know you could do that. So I just want to say a massive thank you before we start the readings. Right, let's get on with this for you. And we are time stamping Aries at, here we go, 0104. So welcome Aries to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they would like you to embrace more of. So let's see how we are for Aries this week. What do we have? We have the Sun card in your past energy. Your present energy is the Four of Pentacles. Your future energy is the Nine of Cups. Oh, I like this. Oh my gosh, talk about you feeling content and satisfied, Aries. Hallelujah. And then we have the King of Swords, what they would like you to embrace more of. Okay, so the Sun card, love this. You're moving out of feeling very positive, very vibrant, feeling like, I don't know, I just feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel that you're feeling here, Aries. Love this. There's just such, when we get the Sun card in the deck, it's the biggest, most positive card in the deck. And whenever we see it in a reading, it just shines a light on your entire reading. And I absolutely love that for you. There's possibly dealing with a Leo too, but in a positive way. Now, the Four of Pentacles is how you're sat at the moment, waiting. I feel like you're waiting, Aries. You're feeling quite stable, quite secure, but you're just waiting to see what happens next. This is financial, also feeling like, right, I've got all my finances in order. Let's bring on the next step because you're at the Nine of Cups that you're stepping into. Now, the Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. This is something that's really fulfilling your heart. Something's happening. And it's because you're being patient, I think, with that Four of Pentacles. It's like you're waiting for something solid to come in. And whatever it is, it's definitely making you feel very fulfilled, very content, lovely with relationships and friendships, possibly because it's cups, but also just anything that really ticks that heart chakra. Now, what they'd like you to embrace more of is the King of Swords. And this is being a little bit more disciplined, I feel, a little bit more logical about things. Nice to be in the Nine of Cups energy, don't get me wrong, but don't stay in like the heart. Don't get me wrong, we all need to stay in the heart energy. But the King of Swords comes in and says, don't forget, don't let it rule your head though. You know, you still have to be quite, I want to say like an authoritarian with your decision making too. I don't know if there's something about you. I feel like you've been a bit Piscean here, Aries, actually, a little bit like daydreamy. And the King of Swords is like, wants to bring you back down to earth and make it look a little bit more logical for some reason. Boo-hoo, King of Swords is what I'll say to you, for Aries. Right, we're going to clarify the Sun card because I like to do the major arcana. Oh, there we go, Ten of Pentacles. Oh my gosh, Aries. Ten of Pentacles is the feeling of feeling rich and abundant and feeling like everything in the family is feeling settled, even financially. Again, this is a real good finance sort of reading if it was particularly for a business, because the Ten of Pentacles with that Sun card, how beautiful. You've even got a baby in the Sun card there too. So for some of you, it can be about developing your family, expanding your family, and it just gives you this feeling of stability and richness. It could even literally mean the money side of things here too for you. Now let's finish on an Ancient Stones Oracle card by Rebecca Campbell. No messing here. Oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. You've got the egg stone, feminine power, embodiment, and fertility. Just when I mentioned about a baby, Aries, I know an Aries that is about to have a baby. I cannot believe these cards. And so, yeah, feminine power, very Empress energy. She's giving birth to her new ideas. She's being very patient about something big that's now coming in. Oh, Aries, love that for you. Do let me know how that resonates as we move on to, and don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs. Right, okay, we're moving on to Taurus now. What a reading, Aries. Love that for you. Okay, Taurus, what are we at for you? We are 04. Oh, 040503. So welcome, Taurus, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies, and what they would like you to embrace more of. Okay, let's see what the energies are for Taurus, please, and thank you. Oh, not that energy. Are you all over the place, Taurus? I don't know, but I seem to be here. Let's have a look, Taurus. Okay, past energies, please, and thank you. Is the Eight of Pentacles. You've been working into the night. Your present energy is the Four of Swords. I'm not surprised. Your future energy is the Tower. We do like a tower. And then we have the Page of Wands that they'd like you to embrace more of. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, it feels like you've been really working into the night on something. Perhaps you're a little bit shattered here. This is your past energy. But what I'll say about the Eight of Pentacles, it's always about your goals that you want to reach, nobody else's. And so you're dedicated to this kind of energy, but it doesn't go without the hard work and the exhaustion that comes with it, because the Eight of Pentacles is also about money, keeping the money flowing. This could be a side hustle. You know, I always compare my full-time job with my tarot job when I see the Eight of Pentacles, because tarot isn't a job to me. However, it's my goal. This is my Eight of Pentacles, and I'm willing to devote my time and energy to it, even if it means me feeling tired, because I'd like to squeeze it in. But the Four of Swords is how you're laying at the moment. Literally, sorry, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say sitting, but you're laying here. And I like this, Taurus. I think you're taking some time out here and thinking, do you know what? I deserve a bit of a break here. This also helps you to put things into perspective. It gives you a better mindset. You know, when we've got a really cloudy and we're tired, we overthink. Things just seem like overwhelming. And I just feel like now you're recognizing that, Taurus. And it's like, I don't know if you're resting for the next step, because you've got an inkling that something big is on the horizon that's about to change, because we've got the Tower moment here. Now, the Tower moment is, you know what, it could be a breakthrough here. All the hard work and dedication could be paying off here, but it might just feel a little bit overwhelming and hectic and chaotic, let's say. But I don't think it's going to be such a surprise to you, because we've got the Page of Wands here also is what I'd like you to embrace more of. And you're being very ambitious about this. You're feeling like, yeah, let's bring it on then. You know what? Grabbing a project, an idea, a situation with both hands, and feeling, actually, I almost feel like with this Tower, yes, it looks dramatic, upsetting. Some tarot card reader says it's the card from pulling the rug from under you. I don't think it is. I think with that Four of Swords, Four is about stability, and you're feeling, actually, come on then, I'm ready for it, because that's what the Page of Wands is also about. It's a very the energy of well, let's just give it a go. You know, who knows? Got nothing to lose kind of energy. Right, we're going to clarify the Tower, because I like to clarify the majors, as you well know, Taurus. So let's have a look for Taurus. No, one more, please. Thank you. Okay, we have Temperance. Now, Temperance with the Tower. Wow. Okay. Temperance is all about balance. This is all about things coming into balance that perhaps you've been very, very patient about. And I don't know if you've actually stopped being patient here, Taurus, and thought, you know what? If they're not going to change, then I'm going to change it up. Because you can see the Temperance card is the card of alchemy, and it's about waiting for things to happen, that to have a better outcome, a positive outcome. I'm going to do one more on that. What do we have? Oh my gosh, you keep getting majors. You've got the Lovers. Now, the Lovers is attributed to relationships and friendships, or passionate, things that you feel very passionate about. This Tower moment, I just think, is building up that passion within you. It's almost like it's like, I feel like you're the Is there a volcano on this one? No, on the traditional Ryder Waite, there's a volcano in the background. I just feel like it's quite explosive energy you're going to be stepping into, but you're ready for it. Now, again, it's changing up something within relationships and friendships too, and what you feel very, very passionate about. But be patient about it too. You know, I know it's a very sudden change. So how can you be patient? Well, maybe there's a compromise to be had here, or you've been very patient, and now there's the time to like step up and go, right, okay, you know, this has gone on for long enough. If you're not going to change it up, then I'm going to change it up. But it's a really positive energy here for you, Taurus. Okay, let's have a look. We're going to finish with an Ancient Stones Oracle card. These are beautiful. What do we have? See the beauty, gratitude. The sacred is everywhere. We've always got to practice gratitude, and I have to be reminded basically on a daily basis, to be honest with you. You know, what that does is it it creates a calmness about everything. It creates a gratitude for big change too. If we look at it from a different perspective, it's like, thank you. I needed this big change, you know? That's what that feels like to me. Lovely. Anyway, let me know how that resonates, Taurus. And don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too. Okay, let's have a look. We are moving on to... Who are we moving on to? Of course, we're moving on to Gemini. Quick shuffle up for Gemini, please, and thank you. Okay, Gemini, we are timestamping you at 10:34. So welcome, Gemini, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies, and what they would like you to embrace more of. Okay, let's have a look to see. One more. Here's thank you. Well, you've got to come out. Your past energy is the Four of Pentacles. Your current energy is the King of Wands. Okay. Nine of Wands is what you're stepping into. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Nine of Swords. Interesting. Okay, Four of Pentacles is what you're coming out of. So the Four of Pentacles, I don't mind the Four of Pentacles. It depends what other cards are surrounding it. Mostly it's like, oh, Four of Pentacles is here. This feels like you're very shut off to some ideas. Financially feeling a little bit of a, I don't know, like you're just a bit too, what do you want to say? You know when you've saved money and then you're like, oh, I don't really want to spend any money now. You know, what do they say? You've got to give to receive kind of energy here. But I don't know, it feels like you've been a bit shut off here. Although it does also feel like you've been quite stable and saving up your pennies. Because you are stepping into the King of Wands energy, and this is giving you a lot of confidence. Maybe that Four of Pentacles, you're just waiting for something, because the King of Wands is somebody who's really entrepreneurial. You know, to go from the Four of Pentacles to this energy is like night and day. Because this guy, he doesn't even worry about the money. He's not financially minded especially. He's just very creative, very entrepreneurial, really got a fire in his belly. Maybe you're coming out of that Four of Pentacles, or somebody perhaps has kept you behind, Gemini, with almost, I wouldn't say fear-mongering about finances, but you're like, no, I'm King of Wands here. I'm quite capable. I've got a fire in my belly. I always say this guy can sell ice to an Eskimo. So it's like having the real self-confidence, courage and conviction to really go for a project. And also not just go for it, but be very good at it, because he's a king. He's top of his game. The Nine of Wands is what you're stepping into. So just be careful with that energy with that Gemini. I know why I said Leo, because King of Wands is Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Be careful of that energy, because it can make you feel a little bit burnt out with this Nine of Wands. This is feeling like exhausted. So you can overdo it, but I'm sure you will be the judge of that. The Nine of Wands also is the card of, well, maybe you need to put up some boundaries. Maybe you need to, it's all very well being in this really high energy, I'm getting this done and that done. And but when we come back down from that is when we need to start thinking, oh, this is great, but I do need to take a step back. Don't feel like you can't, because this card does make me feel a bit like that. You know, when you're responsible for so much at work or within the home life, you think, oh my gosh, I don't feel I can offset or offload anything to anybody, but you can, because you've got the Nine of Swords here. Also, what they want you to embrace more of. This is sleepless nights. This is things whirring around in your brain like a washing machine. Of course, they don't want you to embrace more of that. What they want you to do is find out why. Face your fears. What is going on here? For some of you, if you don't mind me saying, Gemini, it can be a little bit of a control thing going on here, but that's only because if you've been given so much responsibility in the past and you've been doing it for such a long time, it's very hard to let somebody else do it. That kind of really resonates for me for some of you. Right, let's find a... So yeah, your week ahead is like, you need to be perhaps... Be careful of that Nine of Wands energy. Don't try not to get into that. Let's have a look. What do we have for Gemini? Oh, the Sanctuary. Oh, that feels much calmer. We have harmony and balance, joy and contentment. Very much Ten of Cups energy. This is what they're probably wanting you to kind of like also embrace more of with that Nine of Swords. Just, I don't know. This feels hectic to me, the energy, but exciting, but hectic. So yeah, the Sanctuary. Find your own sanctuary. find just a little space for yourself, Gemini, that you can take yourself off to. Now, that might be like, I have my tarot room. This is my sanctuary. This is mine and Bella's sanctuary, I should say. I have to share it. So do you know what I mean? Even if you've got a chair, even if you've got somewhere in the office that you just think, do you know what, or you've got to go for a walk, you need to do it, Gemini. Okay, right, let's crack on with, I hope you enjoyed that, by the way. Sorry, do check out your moon and rising signs. Oh, I love this reading. It just gets my energy going. Right, Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okie dokie, Cancer. What do we have for you? And we're time-stamping Cancer at, what do we have? 15:32. Welcome, Cancer, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy, and what they'd like you to embrace more of. Okay, now I'd just like to give a quick shout out. Who was it from? So I didn't even know that you could do super thanks, I think they're called. And somebody sent me a super thanks. His name was Rob Bowden. So I just want to say a massive thank you to you if you are tuning in to this reading. And so, right, let's get on with it. So Cancer, your past energy, what are we? The Two of Cups, lovely. Your current energy is the Three of Wands. Your future energy is the Three of Swords. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Six of Cups. There's an emotional week coming up for you by the looks of this. So Two of Cups. This is soulmate energy. This is feeling like on the same page as somebody that you know or that you really admire, and they admire you too. Doesn't have to be romantic. Can be a bestie, can be somebody at work who you just really click with. You're coming out of this energy. It's like, I don't know if you found your soulmate energy or if you're leaving your soulmate energy, because we do have the Three of Swords that you're stepping into, but I will get to that. I don't personally think it's a bad thing, but anyway. So the Two of Cups is what you're coming out of. This is feeling quite secure also, and being able to be you around somebody. You've got the Three of Wands that you're stepping into now. There's something gone on with this Two of Cups. Now, we don't have any majors, so I might clarify that, but you will know. That's given you the impetus to think, do you know what, I don't know if there's plenty more fish in the sea to be had here for you, Cancer, of that attitude, or just literally there's bigger and better out there. Now, that can be projects, it can be work, because it's Wands. Now, the Two of Cups could have given you that stability that you're after to move forward in something that you really would like, you know, to add a string to your bow, if you like, because that is the card, the Three of Wands, of what can I do bigger and better. You are stepping into the Three of Swords in the future, and this is heartache and heartbreak, upset. You know what I'll say to this is it can simply mean, for some of you, you are traveling, you are leaving on doing some traveling here, or you are having to leave a soulmate energy behind. But I think it's temporarily. If it's not, you know, the Three of Swords is, yes, it's heartache, it's heartbreak, but sometimes we have to go backwards to go forwards, especially in relationships and friendships. You know, it's nice to, he's like pausing there to see, you know, is there something bigger and better that I really want? Now, if you take that step and you decide that there is, you know what, the Three of Swords, it can make you feel like, oh, I'm leaving loved ones behind, or that was a shame about that. But having said that, you know, there's always a reason for it, isn't there? And what I always say to that is, if you're feeling like that, or perhaps you're leaving a job that you've got a really good energy with somebody there, then they will be in touch if they're still your friend, won't they? What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Six of Cups. And I really like this when I see the Three of Swords. They're like, forget about what's going on now. Look at what happened in the past and the good times that were had in the past. Why are we not doing that again? Maybe we need to get back to the happy memories, the childhood memories. I like the Six of Cups, very nostalgic energy. They're wanting you to embrace more of the happy memories. Maybe like the time when, I don't know, there's two people giving each other cups here. It's like they're wanting you to rekindle a relationship of some kind, perhaps from somebody from the past, because it is the card of nostalgia. Right, let's have a look. Shall we? Yeah, I'm going to clarify. Let's have a look at that Three of Swords, shall we? Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Maybe it's a childhood sweetheart here with that Six of Cups. Okay, what do we have? Temperance. Temperance is about being very, it's about being able to do two things. Like, it's about being very grounded, but also being very emotional. Yeah, it's like you've got the devil and the angel on your shoulder with this Three of Swords. It's bittersweet. This is what this is. It's bittersweet. That's what that means to me, Cancer. But it's good, because I see it. It's good for you. It's developing you. Right, let's have a look at the ancient stones. I think these are, yeah, these are absolutely gorgeous cards. Final message, please, and thank you for Cancer. We have the egg stone, feminine power, embodiment, and fertility. She's literally giving birth there. Very Empress energy. Very, you can do it. This is about starting new beginnings and having that confidence to do it. Fertility, feminine power, sitting in your energy of self-worth as well, is what I want to say, Cancer. Oh, love that for you. Anyway, let me know how that resonates. Do check out your moon and rising signs too, especially with that reading. That's really interesting. Okay, right, let's move on to, who are we moving on to? Of course, we're moving on to Leo. Right, we're time stamping you at 20:59. Welcome, Leo, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies and what they would like you to embrace more of. Right, okay, let's have a look. One more shuffle for Leo, please and thank you. To start the reading. Right, your past energy, Leo. 5 of Pentacles. You can stay in the past. Your present energy, like this, Empress. What do we have here? The Lovers is what your future energy holds. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Six of Swords. Now, I like that because I tell you what, I think you're doing it already. The 5 of Pentacles is the feeling of feeling lack, feeling like you're trudging through treacle. Everything's hard work. Everything feels like you go 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. Pentacles, so it could be financial too, can be your time and energy, can be that even, I always feel in this deck especially, it feels like somebody else is a bit of a, what do I want to say, they're holding you back. You know, it's like you're trying to look after them, but they're actually, there's got to be a time when you realise they've got to fend for themselves for a little while. You know, it doesn't mean to be all the time. It can be somebody who really relies on you. But what it's doing is draining your energy, perhaps, and making you feel a little bit lack, because you are sitting as the High Priestess. Now, I like this because it's like you're trusting your intuition on something, and maybe it's that 5 of Pentacles. It's like, yeah, you know what? Deep down, I need to trust my gut, what my inner person is telling me that I need to be and need to do right now. Now, you're stepping into the Lover's energy, and I like this. This is like you're really gearing up for something here, Leo. Could be with a relationship or a friendship, but whatever it is, it's putting a fire back in your belly. It's about passionate connections too. Interesting, you've got 2 majors there. Now, what they'd like you to embrace more of is the Six of Swords. This tells me that, yes, you are getting there. You are stepping out with that 5 of Pentacles. There's progress. But it's like, what else can you do to move on? Get this mindset a bit clearer, because that's what the Six of Swords is about. It's moved on from the 5 of Swords, which is conflict and bitterness and, you know, real toxicity, people being just wanting to stab you in the back, if you like. They want to win at all costs. It's like, no, you need to forget and move on from that, you know, because when we dwell on things and we just keep those comments in our head, it's not doing us any good. And I think that's what's happening here for you, Leo. Right, I'm going to clarify. What should we clarify? The High Priestess or the Lovers? I'm going to do the Lovers. I'm drawn to the Lovers. The card of Gemini. Okay. What do we have here? Clarifying. This is the Two of Swords. Okay, you're stepping into, yeah, again, you know what the Two of Swords is about, trusting your intuition. Perhaps you are having to make a decision about relationships, somebody, or there's a passion here with this Lovers card. And maybe you've got come to a Y in the road within a passionate connection that you have that you really need to make a choice about. Maybe it's not as passionate as you thought it once was, perhaps. But either way, the Six of Swords, again, they're encouraging you to keep going with the flow. You're going in the right direction here, Leo. It's just decision time here with that Two of Swords of the Lovers. Let's finish on an ancient stones message for you. What do we have? We have lay it on the altar. And it says, hand it over, soften, surrender, and forgive. Oh my gosh, how beautiful. Surrender. That does make me feel very Six of Swords energy again, going with the flow. Just soften, Again, a very Empress energy too. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates, and do check out your moon and rising signs, especially with these very short readings. Okay, we are moving on to Virgo. So Virgo, we are time stamping you at bang on 25. So welcome, Virgo, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy, and what they would like you to embrace more of. Okay, let's have a look for you. One more shuffle for Virgo, please, and thank you. One more. And one more. Yeah. Perfect. Past energy, Queen of Wands. Oh, yeah. Present. Virgo, of course we get the moon card in your reading. It's the card of Pisces. That's how you're feeling at the moment. Okay. What are you stepping into? The Queen of Cups. Again, very Piscean. Very water energy, I should say. And they want you to embrace more of the Knight of Swords. Now, the Queen of Wands, this is you being a bit of a party girl, being a bit ambitious, loving this, having vitality about you, having oomph, you know, lighting up a room when you walk in, being charismatic. I love that. It's just being you. And I know that this is traditionally attributed to Leo, Aries or Sagittarius, but we are all sitting in each other's energies at different times of our lives, different even times of the day, to be fair. You know, you can't put every zodiac sign in a box, you know, but this is the energy of you being very entrepreneurial, very independent too, really go-getting, positive. Yeah, love that. However, you're sitting as the Pisces, the card of Pisces at the moment, the moon card. This is having a bit of deep-rooted emotion going on here. Again, things need to come to the surface, perhaps. Feeling a little bit wobbly, maybe on the decisions or something that's happening at the moment. Feeling a little bit not sure where you stand, whether what you're doing is the correct thing. However, you do move into the Queen of Cups, Virgo. So please, you know, don't let that Pisces card, the card of Pisces, influence you. But to be fair, it is influencing you because you are moving into the Queen of Cups. You know, it's a good old thing that Abraham Hicks says, you've got to know what you don't want to know what you do want. And the Queen of Cups definitely knows what she wants. She's very loving and giving, but she also knows when to put a lid on it, you know. She's very looking after herself now. It's like, yes, you can give to everybody. She's emotionally supportive to everybody, but it's like, you know when you've got to draw it back in, Virgo. And the Queen of Cups is very much that energy. Looking after you, having some self-worth, looking after your emotions and filling up your own cup in order so that you can perhaps go ahead and start something afresh again. But whatever this decision is here, I feel like you made a lovely choice there. You know it's the right thing to do. There is a lack, you know, there's a lack of clarity here, but it's like you are working on it. This full moon energy too, we've just had the most wonderful full moon, haven't we? Gives you that, like, no, I am doing the right thing. I do need to look after me. It is my time now. Now, the Knight of Swords is what they want you to embrace more of. And I like this because it's like, I know you're thinking about doing this, Virgo, all the time. It's like, well, I really should put myself first. But what they're saying is stop talking about it and actually do it. Actually take action on your thoughts. Right, we're going to clarify that moon card. Now, the Queen of Cups can also represent, I forgot to mention, because I do like to give them jobs, the court cards. And now if she had a job, she would be some kind of therapist. She would be with healing. So maybe there is something that you are thinking about going into a more healing aspect. And it's like, well, stop talking about it and actually put your thoughts into action. Okay, right. Why do we have the card of Pisces? We have the Page of Cups. Very Piscean too. Oh, again, I just don't know. I just think you feel like there's somebody around you that you just don't know where you stand, because the Page of Cups can be a new, fresh beginning of a relationship, but they're very immature, the Page of Cups, because they're not very experienced in it, you know. And he can make you feel like 1 minute they're smothering you and making you feel amazing, and then they don't talk to you for 2 weeks. So yeah, oh, interesting for you, Virgo. With that moon card, it definitely makes me feel like there's somebody I mean, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be a friend around you. You know, you just think, one minute you're there for me, the next minute you don't talk to me for weeks. But the Queen of Cups makes you realise, yeah, I just got to look after me, really. I like this. Right, Virgo, let's get you one more card. Thank you. Oh, we have two for you. We have See the Beauty, Gratitude, the Sacred is Everywhere. And then we have the Holy Mountain, Soul Calling, Sacred Journey and Pilgrimage. It's like there is a calling here. You know, whatever your thoughts are that need to be put into action, that's your calling, if you like. Your soul is calling for you, definitely, with this Queen of Cups, to look after you. And gratitude, yeah, we practice gratitude. We have to do it every day, just the tiny things. Kind of puts things into perspective for us too. Right, I hope you enjoyed that, Virgo. Let me know how it resonates. And don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too. Right, let's move on. Thank you so much, Virgo. To Libra. Libra, Libra, Libra. What do we have for Libra? We have 52. Welcome, Libra, to your midweek energy check-in meeting. This is your past, your present, your future energies, and what they would like you to embrace more of. Okay, let's have a look. And one more for Libra. What do we have here? Your past energy is the Ace of Cups. Your present energy is the Nine of Wands. Your future energy, ooh, Libra, Ace of Pentacles. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Ten of Wands. More work, Libra. You need to work harder. Absolutely not. Right, Ace of Cups. There's something that you're becoming very heartfelt about. Somebody, maybe a new relationship, friendship, that's Cups. But the Aces are new beginnings. There's something that really is ticking your heart chakra, or has done. Maybe it's a new idea, a new job. I don't know, however it resonates. But this is lovely. You are sitting as the Nine of Wands here. Maybe you have began that new Ace of Cups energy, but what it's doing for you now is kind of making you feel a little bit tired over it all. This is, even though it's your passion, you're just feeling a little bit exhausted over it. Maybe you just can't make your mind up over something, because I'm very drawn to the fact that he has a bandage on his head and he looks very thoughtful, doesn't he? He's kind of like just trying to contemplate what really works for them at the moment and what doesn't work. I wonder if, what I want to say to this Libra is you've this passionate connection, whatever this heartfelt offer is, it's kind of not what you thought it would be. And it's just leaving you exhausted. But sometimes it can be because we are giving too much and we need to set boundaries, especially with that Nine of Wands. But you are stepping into the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever it is actually working for you, because Ace of Pentacles is a new offer. It's a new, tangible, long-term beginning. It's like whatever you're doing here, you are working your socks off here, Libra. In the meantime, though, it doesn't mean to say you can't put up boundaries, because you've got the Ten of Wands, what they want you to embrace more of. Now, the Ten of Wands is he's got so much on his plate. He feels like he's got the world on his shoulders. They don't want you to embrace more of that. They want you to let go of some of those wands and ask somebody else to help, to delegate something. I think you've got to make room for these aces, you know. I think you're trying to do too much at the moment, Libra. I even feel like there's something about, you know, a big new beginning here for you. Although it's in sight, it feels exhausting. That's what that makes me feel. But we haven't got any majors. Oh, let's clarify the Ten of Wands. Let's do it anyway, Libra. Why do we have the Ten of Wands here, please and thank you? Actually, no, not too late. I was going to say let's do the Ace of Pentacles, but to be fair, this kind of links the two anyway. You've got the Three of Pentacles. This is you deciding to join some others. This is you deciding to even change your job, collaborate with people who really put you on a pedestal surrounding other people. You know, they've got the same skill set as you. Because the Three of Pentacles, you know, he's a stonemason. He's carving out that amazing statue there, his stonework, and he's being admired by others. I feel like they want you to say, you need to surround yourself by people that Let go of the ones that aren't worth the effort. Yeah. And start looking at the ones that are worth the effort, the ones that put you on a pedestal too, Libra. It's like it's about time you showed off your skill set here and what you really want to do. Right, let's have a look at these are the Ancient Stones Oracle messages. What's the final message for Libra, please? What do we have? Boundaries. You've got boundary stones. Negotiations, contracts, and communication. Look at that beautiful card. Very apt for your reading. Anyway, let me know how that resonates. Do check out your moon and rising signs, especially with these short, sharp, quick readings. Anyway, have a wonderful week and let me know. Yeah, thank you for watching, I should say. Right, Scorpio. Scorpio. Quick shuffles for Scorpio. Okay, Scorpio, we are time snapping you at 35:55. I like that. Welcome, Scorpio, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energy and what they would like you to embrace more of. Now, before I start the Scorpio reading, I've been receiving super thanks. I didn't even know I could receive that. I had no idea. And so I'd just like to do a shout out to Kayvan Abassi. So I do apologise if I haven't pronounced your name correctly. Just to say thank you very much for your super thanks. It was a lovely surprise. So thank you. Anyway, let's get on, Scorpio, with your reading. What do we have? We have the Five of Wands is what you're moving out of. You're stepping into the Death card. I like that. You're putting an end to that. The King of Cups. Oh, I love this, Scorpio. Is what you are stepping into, your future energy. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Four of Pentacles. Oh, Scorpio, I feel like you've given too much to somebody or a group of people. But they have pushed and pushed you. The Five of Wands are people that are just like argumentative. They're not on the same page as you. They're not your team. You know, maybe you thought they were. But we all learn the hard way sometimes. Or do we? I don't know. Sometimes it's meant to be. But the Five of Wands are like people at work who just, you know, they're egotistical. They want to take the credit from you. It can be family members just bickering and arguing and just wanting to, I don't know, just push your buttons a little bit there. But you've at the Death card, and I like this. You're like, I'm putting up that anymore. The Death card is very different to the World card. The World card is an ending card. It's the card of the final card of the Major Arcana. And it's your decision to say, do you know, I really enjoyed that. I've achieved X, Y, Z, and now I need to move on because I need to fulfill myself again. I need to set a new goal. This is the Death card. It's a very sudden ending. It's a very like, no, this can't go on ending, you know, and there could be some resistance to this, whatever you're putting an end to, because that's what the Death card is all about too. But it's also about rebirth. So it's almost like saying, well, these guys were just holding you back all the time. But I think you've actually come to that reckoning now, Scorpio. And I really like that. Actually, the Death card is attributed to Scorpio. I'm sure it is. It is, isn't it? I just have to consult my... Yes, it is. I've been doing tarot for a few years now. I don't know why I don't believe myself. But anyway, the King of Cups is what you're stepping into. This is you being like, you're not knocking me off my pedestal again emotionally. This is you feeling incredibly in control of your emotions. There's no more not knowing where you stand, roller coaster energies going on here. It's like, no, I've been down the darkest depths of the ocean. I've come up smelling of roses now. Thank you. You're not knocking me off anymore. Oh my gosh, I love this. Also attributed, could possibly be you're stepping into a very Piscean energy, or even with a Pisces. What they would like you to embrace more of is the Four of Pentacles. I just feel like this is them saying, you know what, don't share quite so much anymore, Scorpio, for the time being. I know it's like you have to be a caring, sharing person. Not all the time. You know what, sometimes you have to be a bit more closed off to who you give your time and energy to, and that's what the Four of Pentacles, even your money can be about. You know, he's holding on to all those coins for dear life. I don't always like this card because it can shut you off. So don't sit in that energy for too long. But at the time being, yeah, it's like you. I'm the king. I'm going into the King of Cups energy, and realizing my self-worth, that I'm not getting drawn into that emotional. I just had emotional blackmail in my head. Oh, sorry about that. Right, death card. Why are you here? We do clarify the majors for Scorpio, please, and thank you. What are you putting an end to? King of Swords. Oh my gosh, are you ever bossing up here, Scorpio? I love it. Now, the King of Swords is like, you're being very logical about this. You are not bringing your heart into it, maybe because you've brought your heart into it a bit too much with those Five of Wands. As they say, I feel like you gave too much there. But we live and learn. The King of Swords is somebody who makes decisions based on fact, can even be a solicitor. There may be some legal aspect that you're seeking at the moment over this. Could be attributed to somebody at work, you know, when you have to go to tribunal or something. But you're stepping into the King of Cups and you're emotionally very stable here about it. Going back to the King of Swords, yeah, he's logical, he's truthful. Maybe there's something about truth coming in here. Again, if he had a job, he would be my judge of the deck. He looks at facts, figures, the data, the raw data. He doesn't take gossip. He doesn't take emotional outbursts. Very logical, straightforward thinking. That's how you're sitting at the moment. It's like you're really thinking, right, I really need to look at this, you know, through intelligent eyes. That's what I want to say. Right, let's have a look. Scorpio, what is your final card? Please and thank you. We have find your center. Stay true to you. King of Swords energy is what you're doing, Scorpio. Very proud of you. Stay true to you and who you are. Find your center and call it to you. There's like a maze, like a whirl. It's like you're going round and you've been going round and round in circles or something, but you're actually, you know, and now knowing, you know, what really fills your heart with that King of Cups energy. Maybe some of you are even pursuing some sort of counselling role here too. Getting out with that, you know, the Five of Wands can be very like, you know, if it was a job, if you were Five of Wands in an energy at work, it'd be very salesy, very competitive. It's like, done with that, thanks. I want to step into a more calmer role, you know. I love it. Anyway, let me know how it resonates, Scorpio. And don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs. Okay, let's timestamp. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, so time stamping you at 42:17. Welcome, Sagittarius, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies, and what they would like you to embrace more of. Okay, Sagittarius. Oh, there we go. Your past energy is the King of Cups. Your present energy, oh, going from strength to strength. Ace of Wands, stepping into, oh my giddy aunt, the Magician. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Five of Cups. Now, excuse me, the King of Cups, excuse me. Sorry about that. The King of Cups is your past energy. You have, I think, gone through a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but you've come out on top now. You are feeling completely like, you're not knocking me off my pedestal again, or off, you know, because this is the king of the emotions and friendships and relationships. He's got it sussed. Don't get me wrong, he will still give. He's very caring, very loving, very giving, but he's got boundaries now because he's learned from the past of the people and connections that he's had, that he's kind of like, you know, I'm not going down that road again. And I love this for you, Sagittarius. This is putting boundaries in place too. And like, yeah, I'm feeling like even emotionally very stable. I love that because you're sitting as the Ace of Wands. So whatever you've been doing here, yeah, it gives you that fire in your belly to start something new too. Our emotions, oh my gosh, you know, when you don't know where you stand with somebody and you're up and down and up and down, it plays havoc with every aspect of our lives, doesn't it? You start doubting everything, but you're not. You are so on par with this, Sagittarius. There is like a fire in your belly, this urgency even to start something afresh. I love that. Ace of Wands. Wands are our jobs, our creative side, our passions, you know, what we really love to do. And then you're stepping into the Magician. Oh my gosh. So the Magician is the number one. It's not the very first card of the Major Arcana. That's the Fool card. That's about like just taking a leap of faith. I don't think you've took a leap of faith. I think you've like, this is on the cards literally for you with that Ace of Wands. You know what you want. It's not like with the Fool card, it can just be, well, let's just go with the flow and see what happens. No, you're very focused here. I love that. And there's a few boundaries been put up, because the Magician is also about you stepping into like having the confidence to know you can achieve that Ace of Wands. There's something about you've been really, I don't know, have you been pushing yourself outside your comfort zone a little bit lately? Because it's paying off with that Magician. It's giving you the, right, I've got all the aces up my sleeve now. I know exactly what I want and how I'm going to go about it. New beginnings. You've got an ace and you've got the Magician next to it. Oh my gosh. Now the Five of Cups is what they'd like you to embrace more of. Now the Five of Cups, of course, you know, it's about the loss, regret and disappointment. We don't want you to embrace more of that. What they want you to do is carry on doing what you're doing, because what you're doing is whatever's happened in the past, you're turning it into a positive. You know, you're not dwelling on what's happened now. You're actually realizing who is worth being with, what people support you, and what you really want, you know, what you want to do. Because there's two aces here. I just feel like it's number one person. You can do it. Oh, love that. Right, we are going to clarify the Magician, because we do not that many though. I do like to clarify the majors, and it's like you're really connecting to the universe as well here. King of Swords. Wow, you have two kings, an ace and a Magician. What a position to be in. I'm loving this. Now, the King of Swords is somebody who is very intelligent, very logical in their thinking, makes decisions based on fact, figures. Yeah, I love that. Really knows his mind as well. So, I mean, you are going from strength to strength here. Love that. Right, let's finish with an Ancient Stones Oracle card. Please and thank you. For Sagittarius, who do we have? The Holy Mountain. You have Soul Calling, Sacred Journey, and Pilgrimage. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful card. What is your soul calling? Anyway, let me know how that resonates, and don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs, and thank you so much for watching as we move on to Capricorn. Of course it is. Okay, Capricorn. Time stamping you at 47:29. Welcome, Capricorn, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present, your future energies, and what they would like you to embrace more of. Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a little looky. One more. Oh, I got a little bit daydreamy then, Capricorn. What do we have? The Six of Wands is what you're just coming out of, and you're sitting as the Two of Swords. That's nice. I like that. Coming up for you, we have the Six of Pentacles. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Page of the Knight of Pentacles, I beg your pardon. Okay. Six of Wands. Now, whatever you've been doing very well, Capricorn. You've been rewarded for it. You're getting recognised for your hard work, your battles, something that you've worked very hard towards. You've been very victorious about. And I like this. This is a lovely confidence boost. You're sitting as the Two of Swords, though. So it's like now this has given you that. It's kind of opening up perhaps other pathways for you that you now need to reconsider or consider. I don't know why I say reconsider. You know what? I don't know why I said that. But the Two of Swords, I actually thought we had the Six of Cups here, but it's the Six of Pentacles, and I think that's what's taken me back from the past, something about reconsidering it. But anyway, the Two of Swords is very much like, you know, you come to a pathway and you've got two different ways you can go. The Two of Swords is about your thoughts and the way you're going to think about it. Now, she does have a blindfold on, and in the tarot, it represents you. Don't take any outside influences. Go within and trust your intuition. Ask your guides, ask your angels. Now, you're stepping into your future energy is the Six of Pentacles. So whatever decision you're making here is actually giving you recognition and reward financially also. It's like you're getting a pay rise. This is money coming back to you. This is your time and energy being, again, whatever you've done here is paying off. So the Five of Wands is wands are our passions, our projects, things that really put a fire in our belly. Now it's actually coming to fruition is what I want to say here. You know, there's not necessarily the recognition, well, there is definitely the attention there, but the financial recognition is coming. But you've got to make a decision in the meantime, or there's something that you are, I don't know, maybe you've got to give something else up. Do you think, oh, I'm not sure which way to go? But you definitely make the right decision because you're stepping into the Six of Pentacles. And even if it's not the right decision, it is the right decision because you've said yes to it. Do you know what I mean? So you'll make it work because it's what you want. Now, what I want you to embrace more of is the Knight of Pentacles, which is interesting. It's like you need to slow down a bit now, Capricorn. Now you've got established with something. It's like, right, slow and steady wins the race. We need to put some more plans in first before you move forward with anything else. And that's not to say you're staying stagnant for any long length of time. It's just saying, right, whatever decision this is now, it is being rewarded, but don't rush into, I don't know, it feels like it's more long-term for you with the Knight of Pentacles here, because the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight in the deck that stands still. And he stands still for a reason, because he wants to ponder and give some thought to the financial aspect of something before he actually moves on again, before he makes that decision. There needs to be more thought or something there. Right, Capricorn, we're going to finish off with an Ancient Stones. Ancient Stones card, please and thank you for Capricorn. What do we have? Wow. So Sagittarius just got this. And yeah, of all the cards in here, and Sagittarius and Capricorn follow on from each other. And this is Soul Calling. Now, I know a Capricorn. It's Claire of Soul Path Calling. That's almost the name of her channel. So I hope you're watching this, Claire. Soul Calling, Sacred Journey and Pilgrimage. Oh my gosh, can you believe that? Right, anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, Capricorn. Let me know how that resonates. Don't forget to check out your moon and rising signs too. And I shall see you next week. Thanks as always. Right, Aquarius, we are moving on to you. Okay. We are time stamping you at 52:15. So welcome, Aquarius, to your midweek energy check-in reading. It's your past, your present, your future energy, and what they would like you to embrace more of. Okie dokie. Let's have a little looky for you. So we are coming out of the Seven of Wands, stepping into the Knight of Pentacles. Should we see if we can get this one right? Oh, yay! The Fool card is your future energy. I like that. Oh my gosh, I'd like you to embrace more of the Ace of Wands. Aquarius, it's like you finally made your mind up on something here, and I like it. Seven of Wands, and what you've done is, do you know what you've done? You've stuck to your guns on something here with the Seven of Wands. You've not let others knock you off your pedestal. I don't know if you had some great ideas and others have been trying to like go, oh, it's a terrible idea, Aquarius. And you're like, you know what? No, it isn't. I am going to actually stand my ground on this one. Maybe, you know, it's about battling also with others, about money, about a status of some kind within your work. Whatever it is, you feel very passionate about it because it's Wands. Now you're sitting as the Knight of Pentacles and it's like, right, let's just wait and see how that goes, because you know that's a very energetic energy with that Seven of Wands. This is like really sticking, you know, putting your foot down, you know. Now it's like, let's see how this goes now. I feel like you're pondering over something now. You're just waiting to see the results of that Seven of Wands. And it's given you a lot of food for thought, I want to say, with this Knight of Pentacles, mainly about your long-term plans, financial plans. Perhaps you're like, now I need to start putting some plans in the background now to make things happen, because you are stepping into the Fool energy. You are taking a leap of faith on something, and I do honestly think that that Seven of Wands has brought you to this Fool card. Perhaps somebody showed their true colours here with this Seven of Wands, and you're like, do you know what? It's not worth the crap putting up with. Or, you know what, I just want to start something afresh again. I want to wipe the slate clean and start something new. Because you've got the Ace of Wands as they want you to embrace more of. This is about you having a fire in your belly, about you starting afresh. As I said, wands are our projects, our things that we're really passionate about, you know, whether that is your job, whether it is a side hustle, I don't know, whatever this, however that resonates for you. But they want you to keep that passion alive, keep that burning desire for something or somebody there with that Ace of Wands. And with that Fool energy, oh my gosh, what gorgeous cards. Now we are going to clarify the Fool energy. And again, I just think with that Seven of Wands, I really do think somebody or people have been like, oh my gosh, are you sure? And you're like, yeah, I am absolutely sure. Because you've even got your eyes shut with the Fool's card. You are very sure. Even stepping off the cliff there, you know it's going to be safe at the bottom. I like that, Aquarius. Oh, and the Fool card, I think, is attributed to Aquarius. Now, it used to be a bit controversial, that one, so yeah, Nine of Cups. It is what you want. This is bringing you absolute contentment. This in your relationships, friendships, but no, it's your wish fulfillment too. And feeling very content with the outcome. Oh, Aquarius. Love that for you. Right, we are going to finish on these gorgeous ancient stone oracle messages. Please and thank you for Aquarius. What is the final message? It is, find your center, stay true to you and call it to you. It's there for the taking, Aquarius, that is for sure. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. Do check out your moon rising signs and I'll see you next week. Thanks, as always, for watching. And we're moving on to the final reading with Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Time stamping Pisces at 56:36. So welcome, Pisces, to your midweek energy check-in reading. This is your past, your present and your future energies and what they'd like you to embrace more of. And before I start the reading, I would just like to say a massive thank you and a shout out, give a shout out, because I didn't realise there is a thanks button or a super thanks button on my channel now. And I have no idea how it got there. I'm a bit like that. I'm a little bit naive when it comes to my channel. And somebody very kindly sent me a super thanks, and I just want to acknowledge it and say thank you. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. It says Lord Delore. I like that name, Lord Delore. So a massive thank you to you, Lord Delore, and yeah, I hope you enjoy the channel. So let's get on with your reading for Pisces, please and thank you. What's the past energy for Pisces? What are we leaving behind? Yes, the Ten of Swords. We're stepping into, Seven of Wands. I like that though. It's a card of conviction. Oh, Ten of Cups is your energy coming up. What they'd like you to embrace more of is the Four of Swords. Now, the Ten of Swords, yes, you can see, it looks pretty dramatic. This is about, you know what, it feels to me like you mentally have gone through such hassle, struggles. You know, it's that card of, oh, you know what, stick a pin in me, I'm done. It's like people stabbing you in the back, not knowing where you stand. And then it's just awful. It just is really not a pleasant energy, but you're stepping out of that energy, which tells me you've put an end to this Ten of Swords, and it's 10, so it is an ending. It's like you are moving on mentally from whatever it resonates for this relationship, job, whatever it is, people at work who you think are talking behind your back. It's like, do you know what? I don't give a shit. Get on with it, because I'm done with this. This is that kind of energy. And it's also the card of blessing in disguise. So it's kind of the energy that you'll look back and go, you actually did me a favour, so thank you very much. You are standing as the Seven of Wands. Now, whether this is because you are putting up barriers now and not allowing to get into that Ten of Swords energy again, or you're feeling very passionate about something and you are sticking to your guns. This is, and again, I just feel like there's a bit of both here. It's like, I'm not going down that road again, I'm not giving quite so much of my, you know, you've just been through a little bit of the mill lately, Pisces, is what I feel. And now the defense mechanisms are coming up And I don't blame you for that. You know, we don't want to stay in that energy for too long because you might cut yourself off from other people that could be actually there and good for you. But this is you standing your ground and saying no more. Or this is what I want and this is what I'm going to jolly well have. Because you've got the 10 of Cups. Sunshine and rainbows, happy families. Absolute, you know, heart chakra is ticked on every box here. You've achieved something massive here, Pisces. Love that for you. This is also feeling very grateful for people and loved ones that you have around you. Perhaps that 7 of Wands, you know, people are there helping you with whatever. That's the card of conviction. It's like you standing up for your beliefs, your passions. And then you're ending with, you're stepping into the 10 of Cups. You're feeling very content there. Can be like, I don't know if some of you are like, I feel like you're defending even some children or a member of the family. It's like, no, you're sticking up for somebody, Pisces there, even if it's not for yourself. And then what they want you to embrace more of is the 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Swords is about keep rested, relaxed and repaired. This is the card of rest, relax and repair. But it's also the card of meditation. Yeah, listen to your downloads, connect with those in spirit. Also, I want to say, don't get drawn into that 10 of Swords again. Because this comes of overthinking. This comes of lack of sleep also, the 10 of Swords. You know, you can get into that energy of she said, he said, but 8 of Swords. We haven't got that here yet. But they want you to keep, you know, keep focused on what keeps you calm, what keeps you, your mindset clear. Now that can be, as I say, meditating can be getting good night's sleep. It can be, I don't know, I want to say, if you feel like you need time out, then you need to jolly well take it, Pisces. Stop trying to do everything. Because you're getting back into that 10 of Swords energy, if not. Right. Shall we clarify any of those? Go on then, shall we? Shall we? Let's do 10 of Cups. Why do we have 10 of Cups here, please? And thank you for Pisces. We have the Lovers. Very nice. This is feeling very emotionally content and I don't want to say successful in a relationship, but I do, if you know what I mean. It's like, yes, we've got there. We've managed to do this. Lovers is about, again, say lovers, people that you feel very passionate about around you. There's something that you've achieved. There's a goal here that you're actually achieving, that you're stepping into. There's a sense of completion. I love that. Anyway, let's finish off with an, okay, didn't even, I felt like they just fell out of my arms though. Right, ancient stones. Why are you, what's the final message for Pisces? Please and thank you. Hagstone. Ooh, energy shield, protection and inner strength. That's your 7 of Wands. I just, it blows me away how these cards just all connect to each other. Yeah, energy shield. So it is like saying you need to put up some boundaries here, shield yourself. And I think that's what you're doing at the moment, Pisces. You're not putting up with some stuff. And what that's done is given you inner strength. Inner strength to reach that 10 of Cups energy. These cards are so beautiful. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed that. Let me know how it resonates. Do check out your moon and rising signs too. And I shall see you next week. Thanks as always for watching. Take care and I'll see you soon.